Hey everybody, welcome back to Auto Scholar with Mr. B. I'm Mr. B, and today is a great day because we get new headlights for our Passat. So I've had this Passat for a couple of years, and ever since I've had it, the visibility out the front of this car has been awful. So I've tried polishing them, putting in brighter bulbs, everything else. This plastic has just yellowed all the way through. So it's time for new headlights. So went on Amazon and bought some cheap little $120 headlights to put on this car. I got both of them for $120, and immediately out the box, I could tell there was definitely a quality difference between the factory headlight and the replacement headlight, but I'm gonna go ahead and run with it and see how these hold up. Again, first thing we have to do on this is to go ahead and get the front bumper cover off. There are ways to do these headlights without getting the bumper cover off, but it's just easier to go ahead and get it out of the way. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. That's the first step. And so if you learn anything from this video, please give me a like, and also subscribe to the channel. I put out a lot of these videos. I've got a lot of Passat content, and I'm adding a lot more because I'm trying to get this thing ready to go. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so first thing you're want to do is, if you have a underbody cover, a skid panel cover for this vehicle, go ahead and take it off. This one does not have one and hasn't had one ever since I've owned it, but we also have some T25s that run along this fender liner, and then we have one that's actually up here that we need to take off, so I'm gonna go ahead and get those out. And you'll have another set of these on the other side. Now we're going to go ahead and get this air intake out of the way here. You just have a couple of Phillips head screws that we take off here. This normally I try to kind of pull it out with one piece, but if it separates, no big deal. We have two T30s here at the corner. Now we have to take this handle off here. Okay, now I'm going to show you this after I get it out because it's a little bit easier to do that. I use a wide flathead screwdriver to get it down here and actually spread out the handle. Sometimes it breaks. See if I can use my light here. You gotta flip up a little metal thing, and then this will pop out. And so what I'm doing here is I'm putting my screwdriver in there and I'm spreading this out, and that will allow it to pull out from the little metal tab that goes across here. Okay, these break really easily, but they're really cheap. So if you're ordering a headlight set, I'd just go ahead and order one of these too, especially if it's been a while. This is a very hot area sitting next to the radiator, and this plastic is brittle. So just keep an eye out for that. Now we're going to pull the grill out. Okay, so you want to take the grill, just pop it loose. There's a little tab right here. You just press in and pull up. And then there's clips at the bottom that hold this in, and it just pops loose. Okay, so pretty easy stuff. Now after that, what we're going to do is we have four T30s here we have to take off. Okay, now we are going to just pull forward, just like that. Gently lay it down. We don't have to disconnect anything. We're just laying it down for right now to where we can get the headlights out and then we're going to put it right back where it came from. Okay, so I want to show you a couple of things before we get too far. You have a bolt here and here that needs to come out. Then you have one down here, that silver bolt right there needs to come out. And then if you look back here, that silver bolt right there needs to come out. So that was a little tough to get to, but it shouldn't be too hard. And then of course we are going to unplug the headlight from this right here. You're going to push that tab and pull it out, and that will come out. On the passenger side, it's going to be just about the same. Your 2 bolts up top, that silver bolt down there, and the bolt back here. Now, for adjustment purposes, if you want to adjust your lights, you have these 2 holes right here. Go to the headlight adjustment, and this is down up and this is left right. Okay, so this will turn your headlight side to side, and this is going to go down and up. So just remember that, and you're definitely going to need to adjust these when we get those put in. If you're finding it hard to get to those bolts, you can actually pop this little rubber piece out right here, and it's a straight shot. We also need to go ahead and take this off right here, because I don't think you can get it past there. Maybe you can, but I'm just going to go ahead and take it off. It looks like it's just a couple of bolts to come off here. One down there, and one here. Yeah, once you get this bar off right here, it'll come right out. Again, this plug. It'll just about fall out. And here is the finished product. So, looks much better than before. And what I did is, as soon as I got these plugged up and everything, I went ahead and turned the car on and tested the lights to make sure that everything worked. That way, if you get it back in and the turn signal doesn't work or something like that, you can remedy that before you bolt everything up, because this is really hard to get to if they're already installed. So just check everything out, especially with these aftermarket lights, and make sure that everything works to your liking before you bolt everything up. Okay, so thanks for joining me for this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. I always answer my comments. And as always, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, VK, anywhere that you can find social media. Just look for Auto Scholar with Mr. B. And don't forget to like the video if it taught you anything, and of course subscribe to the channel. And we'll see you next time on Auto Scholar with Mr. B.